I crave simple things. Like I love my life and I love my job, and I feel so fortunate that I have been placed here, that for some reason I was given this life. Like I feel immensely grateful for that, and I have had so much fun, and I like think back on just the experiences that I've had thus far, and it's shocking to me. I'm like, this is so freaking cool that I live this life. But at the end of the day, like when I am home and when I'm alone, like I crave the simple things. I love a simple day. I love just like a simple routine and being to myself and being around the people that I love, my small core crew. So like I said, I look back and the things that I've accomplished, just even my job, like I think I really at one point when I was younger decided I want to be a model and this is what I want to do. And the fact that I executed, because we talk about that determination, like I was 14 years old when I kind of made that decision and was like, this is what I want to do. And I went to my mom and I was like, please help me do this. And I didn't stop until I was 24, that I was like, okay, I think I need to like take it back a notch, which we could also get into because that's a very kind of dramatic story. But like I just knew, and I think I'm proud of myself for being that kid and being determined to do that and then executing and doing it to the level that I had done it and that I guess I still do. But I also am proud of, I think more so, the self-work that I've done within that process. Because there was a long period of time, I'd say the core 5 years of it, that I was extremely overworked, not my happiest, not because I wasn't doing what I loved, but just because I was overwhelmed. And I felt like I was saying yes to everything because I felt really, really grateful and really honored to be in the position that I was in. So I was always saying yes. And it just took a lot out of me to the point where I just wasn't happy anymore. And so I had to set those boundaries for myself when I was about 23, 24. I'd say like, a year before the pandemic. So yeah, I was probably 23. I really set boundaries for myself and I was like, I want to continue to do this because this is what I love. But I need to start saying no when I can and prioritizing me and prioritizing like, you know, my happiness and my well-being. And it has done wonders for me. I just knew that if I had gone any further that I was going to lose myself. I was on the teeter-totter edge of that point where had I gone any further, I was probably not going to be great. It was so important to me to feel good that I just knew that it was something that I had to do. And I can't say, like, you're absolutely right. Like, there were so many people around me that had told me not to say no and told me not to say no, told me not to stop. I fought my way out of it a little bit because there were people that had worked for me that, you know, didn't want me to stop because it might have benefited them.
Of course.
But I got to that point and I just knew I had to do it. And I don't know how to explain it, I guess. It was just such an unbelievable sensation that I had where I knew that if I do this, I'm going to be better for everyone. And I'm going to be better for myself, which means I'm going to be better for the people around me. And I have to do this. And so it wasn't really, I want to be able to live with happiness. God forbid any of this ever went away. And I think that was a big moment for me of being like, I'm going to be okay if I don't get this job tomorrow. And I'm going to be okay if I don't get that job in a month. We live in such an interesting industry and in such an interesting time with social media that it can be very hard sometimes. You can fall victim to so many things that don't serve you and that don't make you happy. If your happiness depends on the actions of others, you know, you're at mercy of things that you can't control. And that's never where I want to be. So I always want to live in, like, me and my therapist talk about, like, my higher goddess, my higher self. Like, I always want to live there, knowing that, you know, when I'm there, you can't take that away from me. That's mine. And no matter what, you can disagree with me, you can agree with me. That's not going, I'm not changing, I'm not shifting. I'm here, I'm in my higher goddess. So I always live by, like, keep holding my happiness and not letting anyone else affect it. And though I fall victim to it at times,
of course, yeah.
as we all probably do,
absolutely,
I strive every day to live in that place.